Thank you. So, thanks for rejoining us, folks. We are right around the Valma Junction, opposite the Iraq supermarket. So, I'm here with my colleagues, Damar Fofana and Anthony Williams. My name is Masiame Kone. So, earlier on, we're around the Capitol building, and the LMP deployed police officers. As we all know that today is the famous December 17th, and today is a plain protest by the stand, right, Anthony? Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, so now we are here awaiting the protester. We received information that they are somewhere around the Congo Town belt, so I will just give the microphone to my colleague Anthony so he can bring up to speak.
Now, basically, what we intend to do is just like drive towards them, and then because we've seen they departed the headquarters of stand in Congo Town, and then they're walking towards town, obviously towards the capital. So we'll like just drive along. Like we anticipated they will come out at around 12, something like that, and that's what it actually looks like. So they've passed Catholic Junction, they've passed former CDC headquarters. So any moment from now we should be seeing them. Then we can join, and then probably drive to town.
So as you can see, the street is clear for now. People are carrying on their normal businesses, their normal routine. People are borrowing cars to go to work, go to school. So we are still here. So I think we'll just get on the car and go towards them, right, Tony?
Sure, definitely.
Okay. So folks, thanks for rejoining us. Thanks for rejoining us. We are somewhere around the Valma Junction, and earlier on we're around the Capitol building. The LMB deployed officers. So ahead of us, the protesters they are almost here. So we are driving towards them now. They are almost here. Anthony can just zoom in small. Yeah. So the protesters they are already here.
So we're just going to make a U-turn right here and with them. Then we drive along with them. Basically, that's it. But if you look closer, if you look ahead of us, they're the ones right ahead of us there. If you look closely, in fact, so what we'll do now is to just make a U-turn right here, and then we drive along with them towards town.
And we are seeing police officers. The police officers are guiding them in the process. Officers are guiding them in the process. So we'd like to encourage you to stick and stay with us as to bring you full coverage of this protest. Keep following.
Well, welcome again to this LNTV, ELBC, Damar Fofana, and you hear from my colleague Anthony Williams and Masiame Kone. We have been with the police since this morning when they started their deployment from the Ellen Johnson Select Ministerial Complex and around the ELWA Junction. And then we just left the executive mansion, where the police are hugely assembled awaiting the protester. But there's a huge deployment also done by the police right around the Capitol building, the executive mansion, and the foreign affairs. All of that places are all secure right now to protect citizens who are trying to pass by. As we all know, this season of Christmas is right here. We get only one more week to Christmas. People are carrying all their activity to go get their Christmas supplies for family members to take home. But you can see from our camera, you see protesters from the stand who are coming with the placards, banners, and they have gathered to march up to the executive mansion where they decide to go for their protest today for Badadiro Moba Malu. So there are a couple of reasons that they have gathered today to protest to the capital, to the executive mansion. But we don't know if they reach there. They will tell us through their messages. They will pass that on to those that are supposed to hold on to petition if they have petition to give today. But we just want to show you that we are all Liberians. We all protect the police, and NTV is for Liberians. So whether you are an oppo or a position, whenever you come up for a peaceful protest, NTV will come here to give you coverage. So we are here today with the stand. They have come to carry on their protest, but from what we are seeing right now, it still seems to be peaceful because they just are going on. But from the executive mansion, the police are there, and then earlier today they gave information that from the 3 layers that they are going to protect that ground, and they will not allow the protester to go to the executive mansion side. But if they are willing to go to the capital bypass side, they are free. But if they force on, they will not allow them to go through the executive mansion road. So we are still here, and we bring you this coverage.
Thank you, Damar. So we are still here. We are somewhere around the Vamoma Junction. As you can see ahead of us, the protesters, they are very peaceful. So they are marching down to go on the grounds of the capital. So I'd like to encourage you to stick and stay with us, as to bring you full coverage of this peaceful protest. We are hoping that this protest will be very peaceful. So stay with us.
Let's go. Today we want to the president. Why are competing over? No retreat, no surrender. Remember to share it on the 19th. What are they doing today? One time.
So as you can see, protesters are now marching towards the capital. So we are still around the Vamoma Junction, where protesters are now marching. So now they are being very peaceful. Protesters are being very peaceful now. So we are now driving toward the single bill. So as you can see, protesters, they are now peaceful. Marching towards the Capitol building. So I'd like to encourage you to stay with us, stick and stay with us, as we bring you full coverage of this protest.
Yeah, TJ Falcon logo maintenant.
So let's now go to the comment section of a recognition. So Jonathan A. Brother said, I'm following from my ELW residence or beating to the Liberia National Police. Homo James said that this is totally failure. Nelson T. Wisa said, good afternoon, folks. Please adjust your sound system. Okay, thanks for calling, Nelson. Turas Fire said, him alright. Are you serious? So keep your comments coming. Keep your comments coming. We are still here making sure that we are still here providing you this full coverage of this entire December 17th protest. So once again, for those of you who just joined, I would like to say welcome to this live broadcast. This is LATV, Liberia Live, and ELBC 99.9 FM. We are driving towards the Single Bill, where protesters are now marching towards the capital. So folks, keep following as we bring you full updates of this protest. So folks, as we all know that this protest is spearheaded by the former chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Monrovia. This protest is spearheaded by Monrovia, and we are somewhere around the Single Bell 24th Street, driving towards town. So I'd like to encourage you to keep your comments coming. Keep your comments coming as we bring you full update of this December 17 protest. So the main reason behind this protest, demanding for political accountability, call for good governance and rule of law according to STAN. And those of you asking what is the meaning of STAN, stand for solidarity and trust for a new day. That's the meaning of STAN. So we are still here making sure that bring you full coverage of this protest. Keep following. So the gathering for this protest is between the Capitol building and the Executive Mansion in Monrovia. No word. No word. So keep your comments coming. Keep your comments coming. So once again, this is Ellen TV, Liberia Live, and ELBC 99.9 FM. And my name is Masiamin Kone. I'm here with my colleagues, Damawa Fofana and Anthony Williams. This team is being spearheaded by the Deputy Director General for New Media and Rebranding, Honorable D. Flo Flomo.
Alright guys, so we are at the JFK area. There is a standstill currently, so the group, the guys are chanting battle cries, but we are just at a standstill here. We've not gone any further. They're surrounded by police officers who are helping to provide guidance. So we're just here around JFK. We've not gone any further. So as we drive on, we'll keep bringing you the happenings, guys. The crowd, from what we're looking at, is not quite huge. We can't determine, we can't determine, but from what we're looking at, it's not quite huge. As you can see the group from this far, and then you're seeing the vehicles behind them, you're seeing the police officers, and there are bystanders also. There are folks who are just standing by. Then there are media practitioners. So I mean, you can point certain groupings out amongst them. You can point out the police, you can point out the journalists, the bystanders. So yes, this is it. I mean, the stand protest call enough is enough, or lead or leave. Several tags it has to it, but well, we don't know whether they will stop here or they will go further, and we don't know if the group will increase as we move on eventually. We don't know yet, but we're here at the JFK area, and they're at a standstill and chanting battle cries. So probably they're waiting other groups to join them, maybe from the neighborhood, from the Fiamma, FE area. We don't know why they're at a standstill currently, but yes, it started this morning at around this afternoon, in fact, at around 12 from the state headquarters in Congo Town. So we're waiting to see why they are at a standstill. I don't want to mention what he said on the TV, please. Well, that's quite interesting, and it's not up to me. Sorry about the breaking, guys. The internet is kind of cracking, but it's back on, so thanks for rejoining. So we're yet to move on. We're still at a standstill. We have not gotten details yet as to why the group is at a standstill. But yes, we headed towards town, headed towards the capital to petition the government. Stan is headed towards the capital to petition the government. Stan is protesting for what they describe as excuses, what they describe as government accountability. Several issues they have lined up for which they're protesting. The Taliban Mobile Cable, he has a few group of young men, along with former government official Alvin Wiese, who is a staunch supporter of the former ruling establishment. There are other opposition political affiliates who are accompanying the group towards the capital, but it doesn't. They are currently at a standstill anyway, so we can't say what they are at a standstill for, but it appears they're having conversation amongst themselves. They have the police surrounding them, protecting, guiding the process, and at the same time the officers are standing along the road trying to ensure there is a free flow of traffic and making sure that people go about their normal activities while the protesters go ahead with their protests. It's kind of peaceful, obviously, because what the police have done is they've barricaded the protesters, giving them one side of the road, and yes, while the other folks have the other side of the road to go about their normal activities. So they are currently at a standstill. We don't know why, but the police isn't showing that traffic is flowing freely. There is no disruption, nothing. So yes, that's a group ahead of you. That is Stan ahead of you. We'll stay out with them to make a move, and then we all can go to town together. But that's it. Back home. One more people to come. Yeah, sure. I mean, the previous 10 protests, we had people like Moses Akarius Gray, you know, hearing the current Alvin Wiese was here, you know, but we don't see anything of that nature this time around. We're not seeing Mr. Mogodale.
What they need us can't protesting, they're not even read 50.
Okay.
Then they protesting.
The actual essence of this protest was it men?
It was a really men for we the Liberian people, especially for we the youth.
But don't you think they also have the right to come and protest?
No, it is their right to protest. But at this particular time, when you see the economists, they're doing well, things going on fine. They're creating job opportunity for young people. Then what is still disrupting us for?
What do you make of the number of these people out there today?
The number is very poor and small.
What do you know about the planner of the protest, especially the chairman, Mr. Moba Molu?
Mr. Moba Molu, I've been knowing him as chairman for CDC, a political party, and then they let off for 6 years, and they let her in doubt. Things prices were high, fuel were high, things were not normal. But for now, you can see the normal, the country is stable, things are normal, fuel prices are stable, rice price is down, the economy is trying. So I know why Modu coming out with protest against the government.
So you think it's unnecessary?
It's unnecessary. By going to the mansion, by a statement he made on social media, going to the government, to the mansion to cook and do other things that is wrong on his part as a young politician.
Where are you going? I see you moving.
Yeah, I'm working right at 20th Street. I'm doing a painting work.
What do you say to other young people who might want to join these kind of activities and not maybe join you to go hustle the way you say you're on your way to hustle?
As for me, Thomas, think about it. I would tell our young people.
He is lying. He is lying. He is lying. He is lying. Let you go on outside.
We won't have you disrupting our interview. No. We won't. Yeah. No, he has a right to talk. We won't have you disrupt our interview. It's okay. So you can have your chance to talk, but you're not disrupting, man. You gotta let him talk. When you allow him talk, then we'll give you chance so you talk. Yeah, that's the sad part about it, you know. We have the camera, it's available. We want you to talk, but we want to disrupt the person who is talking because the person is lying. Have your time. Once the minute is over, we can give you the opportunity for you to have your chance to talk. But I think I know where all this is coming from. This is how the folks do it, you know. This is how the folks do it. No. We can't get in a chance when you disrupt us. Because the guy did not disrupt us, we get in a chance. He has a right to talk, so when you let him talk, and he's done talking, then we give you the chance. But you can't disrupt. No, we can't pay attention to him. You've already disrupted us. No, you just came and started shouting, the man is lying. Are you a lying land? What did he lie about? What did he lie about, sir?
That's good. We are facing problem in the country because of what the business people they're facing very problem.
No, wait. Can I ask you, sir? What lie did the fellow say?
Yeah, the fellow saying every Liberian they enjoy.
No, he never said that, sir.
What did he say?
He said he's working, he has a job, and he's on his way to a job. He doesn't believe that this protest should be held. I mean, those were some of the things he was talking about. So tell us how he lied.
That's some of the things he talked about.
Oh, you didn't hear anything?
Yeah, he said he talked about the thing there. The me and hear about some of the things.
Oh, you didn't hear anything? You just came shouting that he's lying?
Yeah, because of what he's saying, he the one working, some more we not working, and not everybody working.
Oh, we agree. He's speaking for himself, though.
That's good. And me, I'm speaking for myself. We are.
So there is what looks like an arrest. There is what looks like an arrest, guys. There is what looks like an arrest. He's been taken already. One of the so there is a police officer. There is a police officer who was being attacked. He doesn't have uniform. Is he a police officer? Oh, okay. So he's an ordinary citizen?
So he has been evacuated. The protesters said that he took a photo and he's not a journalist.
Oh, really?
They demanded him to delete the photo from their phone, but then he's been taken away by the police and the police there shooting him well there.
All right, so the fellow who was being taken,
he's an ordinary citizen.
The fellow who was being taken by the police is an ordinary citizen. It's being reported by one of my media colleagues that the fellow tried taking a photo of the protesters, and the protesters demanded him to delete the photo. So once he refused, he started being attacked, and the police had to rescue him. So that's it. So that's it, folks. That's it. It's being said that the fellow who was attacked was trying to take a photo of the protesters, and they claim he isn't one of them, so he shouldn't take a photo of them. Only journalists are required to do so. So he was being attacked. So he got taken by the police. So the fellow was just rescued by the police. That was quite unfortunate. But we just heard that he's not one of the protesters. He's someone who was being attacked by the protesters. We saw some spots on his face, like something what looks like scratch on his face. But the police have taken him to safety anyway. So you will notice almost all of the protesters are a group of young men. There are a few ladies amongst them. But obviously, I can't determine what the number is, but the number looks like a figure that you can count for now. Maybe eventually, as we drive on to town, it might increase. We can't determine. It's not up to us to say how many persons there are or how small or many there are. But that's the prevailing circumstance. So just have a glance for it by yourself. Hey, boss. So Chairman Moba Molu appears to be amongst the crowd and being protected by the protesters. Say when I say you're working because you're not working, I hear you working. You don't just disrupt people like you want them So keep watching, guys. Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep following. So there is a free flow of traffic. Free flow of traffic. Cars are going. There's a free flow of traffic. Cars are going. And the police is trying its possible best to make sure the traffic is regulated. The traffic is regulated. So those are the voices of some of the young people that are protesting. You're hearing from the back, raining unnecessary insults. Raining unnecessary insults. I mean, those are the youths that are in Liberia. Those are some of the young people that this country has. I mean, if for a genuine reason you are out to protest and you're raining unnecessary insults, I don't know, but I don't see what's organized about it. I don't see what's sensible about it. You know, yes, I don't see what's even respectful about it. And the very stern chairperson Moba Molu will make altercations like these, you know. And then this is what the very young people who are claiming to be supporters of these type of things will follow through. How does it help our society? How does it contribute to the growth of Liberia? You know, instilling a culture of raining invectives on officials. This is a culture this is something that literally looks like a culture in Liberia. Like every young person now, if you give them the opportunity to express themselves, the next thing they're about to start raining invectives on public officials. And I don't have a problem. People have their right to say whatever they want to say, how they want to say it. Then unfortunately, if you are just the messenger, you get attacked. You get attacked just for doing your work, you know. Just imagine. And the sad part about it, these are your own peers. These are your own peers. It's quite unfortunate. So because we are from state radio, we're from national television, we can't cover the protest. We can't go there. They're threatening to attack us. They're raining unnecessary insults, and you know, we're also there. So I mean, I don't see the contrast here. I thought you should be saying when it's our event, you're not there. I thought it should be that way. But we're at every event, and it's still a problem. But again, we're just doing a piece of job. I want to make sure we don't get into altercation with anyone, and I want to keep it as peaceful as we can. We just want to show what's happening, and that's it. We don't have a part to play. The unfortunate part about it, the protesters are in the middle of the road, and they are attacking people who they claim are non-protesters amongst them. I don't understand how this is happening, but they're just pushing certain people around bystanders. Like I told you, there are bystanders. Yeah, there are bystanders, and the guys are just raining insults at bystanders. They're throwing invectives at bystanders. They're pushing them away and all of that. I don't know where the anger is coming from. I thought they should be focused on headed to where they're going to submit a petition, but again, they are attacking bystanders. I don't understand. We were in an interview with a fellow who was very far from where they are. They ran from there and pushed the fellow off the camera and started beating on him. I don't know, but if this is tolerance, well, nah, it's obviously not from what it looks like. And the protest has got leaders. I thought they should be talking to the protesters like, let's focus on the goal of the protest and move to where we are going. But again, they're attacking people. You stand along the road and you say something to them, you get attacked by them. And I don't know. So sometimes it just occurs to me, that it gets to tell you the nature of the kind of protest that's actually going on. And this is, in my mind, not safe for Liberia. This is a culture now. Every government that comes into power, when they are in opposition, they do these kind of things. Who knows in the next 6 years, and the next government gets into opposition, we will start seeing politically motivated protests like this, all of these type of things, yeah? So, I don't know, but it's just quite and I mean, it's just unfortunate also how the very young people who we claim hold, the future are involved into circumstances of this nature. It's just quite unfortunate because I'm trying to see some very mature folks amongst the protesters, but like we just witnessed. I mean, like, I don't want to use the term small boys respectfully, but a few guys just like ran over to my camera, pushing me around, raining insults simply for doing your work. And it also speaks volume about the mindset of the very individuals who are protesting. A peaceful protest, in my mind, will just head to where it's headed and forget about who's along the roadside, who says something, why, and all of that. Sounds more to me that the entire environment has already been cleared. The number of persons that were here at the junctions, you don't see them anymore. I'm only looking at Mr. Alvin Wisse, Mr. Molu, a bunch of journalists so far. I don't get it, yeah? I don't understand. Just seeing a few persons already. But again, probably there might be more people coming. People get to transport people in buses during this type of event. So maybe they might be transporting other people via maybe buses or whatever. We are waiting to see whether they are coming. And I really wish I could go a little closer to show you and possibly talk to some of the protesters to get their views. But again, you're seeing the kind of reaction that we're getting from them just by wanting to go close to hear from them. You're seeing the kind of reaction we are getting to them. You get it from them, sorry, you understand? Like, I wish I could just walk up there. Yeah, just continue the conversation. I will leave you guys with my colleague Tamara Fofana. Let me grab a bottle of water. Let's see. It's hot out here. Actually, it's really hot out here. So the float just arrived. It has a few persons on it, I guess. We were basically waiting for the float. So
yeah, so that's it. Anthony Williams. We say thank you for following us and keep following us at NTV. We are right here on the boulevard, right opposite the JFK hospital, and where the stand group have gathered to protest. And we've been waiting on them like 5 minutes now. They stop right here, and there's a float, as Anthony Williams just said to you. A float has just arrived. A group of people on that float trying to get down to join the gathering right here. And we've been with you since this morning, coming to you with the broadcast to show you what exactly is happening in the country. But right now it is still peaceful from their protest as they gather here right around the JFK. We stay right opposite the JFK, and the traffic is flowing. So this is not something to scare anybody who's trying to come down to Broad Street or to Singer. We all know that it's Christmas season. People are trying to come to gather their supplies for Christmas to carry home. So you are free to come because the police actually putting this thing under control. They are all gathered, being protected by the police. The protesters themselves are also protected by the police. And the gathering, as you can see from our camera, you have the police surrounding them. You have media practitioners with them. You also have passerbys in that group, so they are not all protesters, but it's still peaceful, and we are here to bring you this coverage. So keep following LNTV as we go down, and we'll be with them for the rest of the day until they reach to where they want to reach. So we say welcome to LNTV. We still see some action. There's an action. Someone there trying to get on the float because this distance is still far from here to the executive mansion, as it said, where they are going to gather for their protest. And the Capitol building is also well protected by the National Police. The executive mansion is also protected by the National Police. All around the capital city right now, police have been deployed since this morning to calm down this protest. So they're trying to gather their men on a float so that they can go to where they want to settle. So keep following LNTV. Keep following. I think we'll have a. So keep following LNTV. You can see the police are trying to put them together because the traffic have to flow freely. The police are already trying their best. They are already doing their best. So So the police, as we were saying to you, that the police are actually putting this thing under control, because earlier on there's an individual who came to disrupt, to disturb the people protest. But we all know Liberians, we are all Liberians, and you have your right to protest. So when the guy tried to disturb the people protest and the police did not allow that, they took him and put him in a police truck, and I think they have carried him under custody. So this protest is well protected by the Liberia National Police, because even the protesters are also citizens. So in that statement they said that this protest was going to be peaceful and constitutional. So it is well protected by the National Police. You can see the police are surrounding, so they're trying to get into their floods to get going. So as soon as they pass, LNTV will follow to show you their destination. So you can see the traffic going to town. Some people are trying to get to town. It is on the right here. The traffic is on hold. So some people in our comment section, they are pressing JNB, JKK, and you have here, you will protest tire JNB 12 years, JKK 18 years, compulsory. And you also have something here from Ambassador Savannah's Sheriff. He said, I'm watching from Odes Congo Town, Tamon Boulevard. And you have Flomo Livingston, human beings, business hard. Business is hard to protest. I think that's why he tried to say human beings, business is hard to protest. So we have Roosevelt Kroban. He said Joseph Yuma Boka government is a complete failure. That's his view. He can say whatever he want to say, but I think everybody's view cannot be the same. So Prince Joalo said a very big thank to the broadcast team. So thank you too for following us. The live is not on the TV. Yeah, so I think we'll have a busy schedule for other things. So Ambassador Savannah Serif is also saying again, why Molu creating problem for these people? Well, everybody get our followers.
We say it's about a brain.
Everybody get our followers. So we may not be able to read all of the comments, but we say thank you for following. We say
So they are progressing now, folks. So at least now make a move. Earlier they were at a standstill, so we're heading to town now. There is a flood, so.
LBS, I'll take you. LBS, I'll like to see. Yeah. LBS, I'll like to see.
So guys, we're in Cinco, folks. Still heading towards the capital in the Cinco area. It's gonna take us some time before we get to the capital itself. Oh, he has interesting. He has a bag of onion. The chairman said they will cook at the executive mansion, so they will cook at the executive mansion. So probably that's why he has a bag of onions. I guess as you've seen. They finished? Take it off. The first half, co-pots, a gallon of oil, they have pots, they have onions, there's some symbolism behind this is that they will stay at the grounds of the capital. They stay at the grounds of the capital the longest. Carrying co-pots, carrying oil, carrying So the kind of things you're hearing for the very young people who are claiming to be the protesters sometimes makes you want to wonder or question the genuineness of what's going on. For me, drink that. Around the 12th Street area already, folks. Say what I say, Chris.
Energize themselves. Anthony,
have to protect his salary. So the marshal that DJ Fabo is
yeah, leave me back. Hey, guys are interesting, I swear to God. Yeah. Very interesting. I mean, sometimes one thing you notice also is once there are events like this, I don't want to describe any young person as being maybe, you know, the way we usually call them, but I mean, all of these young people run from the neighborhoods or from their hideouts and join this type of protest. But trust me, we hope for a Liberia where the young people will be preoccupied with lots of activities. That's one reason why government should try, especially in the TVET sector. Some of our partners are trying their possible best to invest in TVET for government or along with government as partners. I've visited, there's no county in Liberia that I have not been to, and almost all of these counties, there are international partners who are doing TVET investments, building structures, bringing equipment, materials to the country to train young people. Once there is sufficient occupation, well, at some point we will leave the politicians of their politics. If the need for protests arrive for genuine reasons, I believe Liberians themselves will come out and not to be politically motivated by top politicians, especially young people. All the times I think they've been including other two.
So you see the protesters are coming with their kitchen materials, the pots, pot, rice. They have oil, as they said they are going to cook. I think they are trying to just use him as Costa and Esteem Day on June 7th, where they went to the Capitol building and put down copper to cook. And just as my colleague was saying, most of these guys in this group are all youth. If you have the TVET, maybe use of these, you won't have these youth being among the grouping like this when they are well busy throughout the day. But sometimes even if we try to give them the best and they choose to go the wrong way, there is nothing that can stop that, because most of these are all from good homes and their parents don't even know where they are right now. But we can see the protest is full of journalists. like to inform you that we are now around the 10th Street. Around the 10th Street. And you can see the Liberia Election Commissioner headquarters. We are right on the 10th Street. Still trying to give you the best coverage for the December 17 protest. I think Mobile Model loved the 17 because July 17 was another protest that he headed, and today is another 17 the same year. The traffic is flowing. Don't be afraid to come to town. Wherever you are, you're trying to come to town. Don't be afraid. The protest is calm. The protesters are moving calmly. The police are doing their best to get it under control. The traffic is flowing freely. They are only using one side of the road. Traffic is freely coming to town and going back to ELW Junction. There's a free traffic flowing, so don't be afraid if you're coming to town or you're trying to come from town to go to Pinsville.
I don't see what part beating on people's cars has got to do with this protesting thing. Yeah, I don't get it with them. Sometimes I wonder, like, why are you picking up people's cars? I think the driver should just move on, like, to avoid any altercation. You drive off with your car. But what's going to happen eventually? They will, like, literally destroy your car and officers have gotten involved.
They're stopping. I don't want to go.
I will not attack.
I think we should take the side lane and let it traffic flow. Everybody now off.
Yeah. I don't want pencil.
Not necessarily in Jalatown area around the Civil Servant Association of Nigeria headquarters. Want to zoom in?
Yeah. I see. Check, man. Protestor de Kampala. Mais c'est voilà, on ne peut acheter ma azar sur ma caméra. But the message, wow, they want to be wow. Show them. I've got a post there. The post got a 7 months. Just this one, yeah, they are coming back to Merry Christmas hat. I said this one, yeah, they are coming back to Merry Christmas hat.
Up Capitol Hill eventually, folks. We're right here at the One UN House, right after the Monrovia City Hall, climbing the hill towards the University of Liberia, Stella Maris Polytechnic, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and of course, eventually up Capitol Hill. We don't know where the protesters are intending to gather, but it appears they're headed towards Capitol Hill. Great Martin Jacobs. Ministry of Foreign Affairs headed towards the executive mansion. Of course, we have been barricaded by the police. And here we are. It's been a long day since 12 this afternoon. We're heading towards the executive mansion. Has been barricaded by the police. Let's see how it goes down as the protesters make their way there. We're hearing they have a petition to submit. Let's see if there are officials of government out there to receive the petition. Last time the July, I think July of June 17, Spain held another protest. Participation Capitol Hill already, folks. I think you can see the barricades created by the police. Already here. Just made our waiting here. We're going to park our vehicle.
It's on me. Stand by, man. Stand by. Stand by.
You want to stick around?
The child? Hold on, child.
So we're already here. Police are giving instruction. Tell the man, bro. Sure?
Yeah, it's not on this side.
Not just. Seeing protesters already here up the Capitol.
They are threatening to move forward. So we've been asking them, and they call us regime.
So earlier, according to the protesters, it was said that they will head for the executive mansion itself. But as you can see, the entire area has been barricaded. So we're yet to see what's going to transpire.
And let's submit
So we are seeing protesters setting up cook pots in the middle of the road. Setting up cook pots in the middle of the road. And we don't know what that symbolizes. The police is about to remove the protesters from the road. They have blocked the road. Earlier there was a free flow of traffic, but there isn't now because the protesters have blocked the road. So the police is about to remove them. Protesters are now throwing objects at the police. They are now throwing objects at the police. They are now throwing objects at the police. They are throwing stones at the police.
They have started throwing other cars in front of me. Molo is trying to
the organizer of the protest is trying to make sure he talks to the protesters to desist from throwing objects at the police. They have gone back again to create another blockage along the road. The police do not want them creating blockages along the road. The police want to put them in one direction, on one side of the road. Hello? Hello? I'm in the middle of something, please, come in, man. they keep creating barricades, and the police is trying to make sure they can take one side of the road, but they're going back and forth. Rice on the floor. And the protesters are trying to set up a kitchen. The protesters are trying to set up a kitchen along the road. All right, now the police have cleared the road. They're going to now allow a free flow of traffic from what it looks like. The protesters will now make their way back. They're about to start touring. Police. Moba Molu is now calling on them.
That is what we will do. That is what we will do. Please listen. We did not come halfway. We came from the marshal. Joseph was not ready to stop us halfway. Let's prepare. We are peaceful and not violent. It is our right to go to that marshal and peaceful. Hello? 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 Do not have the police in the front. You are
So the stand chairman is insisting and his protesters will go to the mansion and they will not be allowed to be stopped by police. And now you're hearing him. You're now hearing him telling the protesters, no retreat, no surrender. So the police is trying to create a barricade to make sure the protesters can be on one side of the road. Now the protesters are being dispersed by the police. They're still throwing objects at the officers.
Why
Now the police have barricaded the protesters. They are now on one side of the road, as you can see. This entire side of the road is clear. I understand. Rocks coming from within the compound of the University of Liberia. Stones being thrown from within the compound of the University of Liberia. And the police you see the students on the University of Liberia waving their hands and they're like, we're not the ones. We're not the ones. We're not the ones. You see them waving their hands. They're like, we're not the ones. We're not the ones. But obviously the protesters have made their way into the compound of the University of Liberia and they're throwing stones. And so now the police will walk the protester out of the grounds of the Capitol. They're walking them off. And Mobile Malou is also walking away himself. He's being guided by some of his co-protesters. Police spreading out here. Now the police have barricaded the protesters. If you look behind us, the entire road is clear now. And that is the truck. And the students of the University of Liberia, they're telling the protesters to get out of the compound. And they're asking him to get out. They're asking him to get out. He's one of the... Is he one of the protesters?
Yes.
You guys don't want him?
Close man. The man is a close man.
All right. So the students are asking some of the protesters to get out of the compound. Stones are being thrown. Sachet water being thrown at the police. And there you have one going. There you have one. There you have it. One of the bottle of water thrown at the police. There you have it right there. There is another one of the stones right here on the floor. There's another bag of water that have been thrown. Now the police have barricaded this entire location. The police have barricaded this entire location. If you look behind you, there are no protesters anymore. It appears the police have dislodged them from what it looks like. There are folks here in the tow truck that brought some of the protesters. This is where the protesters were gathered first, but you no more see them here. There are no protesters. These are some of the stones that were being used to be thrown at the police. We have if you look on the floor, these are some of the stones that were being thrown at the police. And if you come right here and look right here, this is where the protesters decided to set up their kitchen. And they were about to start making rice. If you look here, this is rice right here on the floor. This is rice right here. And so now the police have taken this truck I guess the police will take this truck into custody. I don't know what they intend to do with it, but there are officers around this truck and they're making sure nobody occupies this truck anymore. Now, if you look ahead of you, all the protesters have been pushed back towards the Capitol bypass end. Now, let's go towards the Marshall end. In the meantime, let's go towards the Executive Mansion. This is where Mr. Moba Molu said he will occupy. He and his protesters will occupy this entire location. So let's go there and show you if there is possibility from what it looks like. If you look here, those are the protesters. If you look here, this is the way that goes into the Executive Mansion. You see the number of officers that are here. We have riot police, we have senior officers, we have Executive Protection Service officers, you name it, they're all here. They're all here and making sure that nobody has access to the entry of the Executive Mansion. This is what it is. This is where Mr. Moba Molu said he would join he would bring his protest, in fact. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, because what's currently going on is that all of the protesters have been pushed away further from the entry of the Executive Mansion. So, all right. It appears one of the protesters have been arrested. He claimed not to be a protester, but he has what looks like a poster sheet in his hand. All right. He's being taken in. So that's it, folks. He's being taken in. And police are taking him in. So far, he's literally the only person who has been arrested. He is the only person who has been arrested. So the officers keep creating more layers of defense. If you look, there's another one here. We have up to 2, 4, 6 officers. They've created another layer. There's another one ahead of us. If you look there, another group of them there. And if you look further, there's another group of them somewhere beyond there. Let me zoom in a little bit. There's another group of them there. And here, another group of them. And right ahead of us here, there's another group of them. So there's several layers of security before you can even have access to the entry of the Executive Mansion. So what we are faced with now is that the protesters are just right before the entry or the main gate of the Executive Mansion. That's where we are. So this is where we are.
Make sure you take your alarm.
Hey, one eye Wabi. See what back to back.
Yes, sir. Rolling stones. Stones coming from all angles. The police keeps widening the police keep widening, keep enlarging, keep pushing the protesters backward. Giant size stone being thrown. Unfortunately, the students from the university are just watching on, making sure nobody uses the university campus as a shield. The barricade has been created, folks. The barricade has been created. The barricade has been created, folks. The protesters coming back.
For the president to receive that petition, and the president.
So Moba Molu is about to face the police himself. Every time they run back, he will come back and talk to the press. They run back, he will come back and talk to the press. What is this actually, folks? What actually is this? How do you describe this? What was meant to be a peaceful protest has left protesters running helter-skelter, throwing stones at police, wanting to create demarcation at the entry of the country's executive seat. And the lead person of the protest, Mr. Moba Molu, is chanting slogan of no retreat, no surrender, which obviously sounds like a challenge to security apparatus. So several layers of defense have been created by the police. Several layers of defense have been created. This is what appears to be the thickest one. So I don't know, is the chairman, Mr. Molu, having conversation with the security apparatus, or is he only speaking to members of the media? And what I have not noticed yet is the presence of any government official who probably might receive what may be a petition from Stan. It doesn't appear like that. So interestingly, we still do have so it appears I'm only seeing the Stan chairperson, Mr. Moba Molu. We have been told earlier Alvin Wisse fled into the compound of the University of Liberia. And once the stone started being thrown,
let me say this to you.
So folks, so Mr. Moba Molu will it's just back and forth. It's just going back and forth. I don't know if he intends to submit what may appear to be a petition or something. It doesn't appear like that to me. That's what. That's what. Yeah, going off. Yeah? Any there.